Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome to another Minecraft episode on the Alphacraft server. I'm back in the drown farm today, the drown part of my Stronghold base, because I'd forgotten just how beautiful this was. We built this a long time ago and I haven't been back for quite a while, and I've forgotten just how great it really is. It's fantastic. We've got the aquarium behind us by Eagle Eye Ron. We've got the aquarium behind me now by BP Dorian. And they look superb, and we've been having a steady flow of drown in here. My problem, or my only little problem with this thing, is that I'm a little bit too close to my villager breeder and trading hall, which means that the majority of the drown seem to be attracted to the trading hall or my villager breeder, and not the villager who's stuck right at the top there. But we're still getting people, still getting drowned in. See, the chest is full. I mean, we've got plenty of Nautilus shells when we decide that we want another conduit. And I had a couple just drop down. I've still not yet got myself a trident. I've had to buy one off Smurf. Or I can't actually, did I buy it or did Smurf give it to me? He probably gave it to me because he's a good egg like that. But yeah, tridents are really hard to come by. But yeah, I'm loving the aquarium, Ron. Thank you for that, BP Dorian. Yeah, looks amazing. Right, what we're going to do today then, the last time for a while, we're going to head off over to the Guardian Temple and drain a third side. We did the first one with the squares. We did the second one that's all sand. We'll have to come up with another idea for the third one, because draining the water from a Guardian Temple is so laborious. Even AFK, it's hard work. But anyway, I digress, and I will see you over at the Guardian Temple. Okay, so we're back over at the Guardian farm again today. I promise I won't keep coming back here and boring you to death with it, but I'm back over here just to finish a little bit off. So we did that side a week or so ago by putting squares of sand in there and then draining the water out using sponges, which I thought would be quite quick. It turned out not to be as quick as I thought. So I thought, well, in that case, I will AFK for longer and I will fill the entire area in using sand and then dig it all out afterwards. And that's taken a good couple of nights. I had to do up to about here because of the push limit of the pistons. The pistons initially were on this wall here, and they pushed the sand out 13 or so blocks to about here, and then I just ripped them all down, moved the contraption over this way a little bit, and then sat there AFK a little bit longer and pushed it all the way out to where I needed it to go, which it didn't take me any time at all really, because as I said, it was done overnight, so I wasn't by the PC at all. But I'm a little bit concerned now that I'm going to have to dig it all out. So I don't really think this has taken any less time. So my third option now then is to do what I was trying not to have to do, and that's use a flying machine. Now I've seen... Oh, slime down there. Look at you. Hello, mate. I can see you. I can see you down there. Don't you worry. So I've seen a lot of flying machines, and I've built a lot of flying machines, and a lot of them seem to rely on the fact that the flying machine is only like 4 or 5 blocks wide, because you've got blocks around it to stop it sticking to the sand, and then you've got the problem with the mechanism that forces everything down, and because of the push limit of the pistons, you can't have the contraption very big, otherwise the pistons wouldn't push it down when it had to go down a level, and it just got all very complicated, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do it. It's sort of going to be an AFK not quite machine, so I am going to have to stand here doing something, but all I'm going to have to be doing is stood here with a flint and steel, activating a couple of budded pistons, and that'll force quite a long flying machine down one level. It'll go all the way along there, come all the way back again, then I'll just activate the budded pistons again with my with my flint and steel, it'll go down one level, go up there, clear the water. Now, unfortunately, I can't quite do it 20 blocks wide. I think this is 20, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think the maximum width I can do it is actually 18 blocks. As I say, because of the push limit of the piston at the top pushing it down. That'll be a shame. If it was one more, I could do it all. I could do it all in one run, but I'm going to have to leave a little bit down the edges. Possibly just go down there with sponges. That's really annoyed me, actually. Maybe I'll just have to put... Maybe I'll just go down the edge with a line of sand. Anyway, I'll build the contraption. It's going to be a wall of furnaces or a line of furnaces coming up, which is going to act as the immovable block. And then I'm going to have to fill in a lot of this with leaves, because leaves don't stick to pistons or don't stick to slime, and also they're easy enough to knock out with a pair of shears. So that's easy enough to do. So let me throw down a little bit of redstone. Okay, so I've built my basic flying machine, and I've got the furnace there to stop it from bumping into the wall, and I've got to fill the rest in with leaves. Now, I could have put the furnace in the wall, and I could have replaced this wall of sand with leaves, but I think I'm going to have the wall removed and then the water left as the wall, and I can only do that. Hello, mate. I can only do that if I use sand here and then break it at the bottom and have the sand just drain out. It's not easy to explain. If I'd have built this out of leaves, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that's why I've had to build a sand wall there, and then I'm going to have to use all of these leaves to fill in that gap and to fill in that double wide gap just there, and do the same on the other side. And you can just about see. Look at that. I've been playing this game forever. And I still can't use this properly. You can just see over there, I've got a furnace, and that's going to have to be a line of furnaces up and down that wall, and that's going to stop this flying machine when it gets over there. But like I thought, I'm one block too short. One more block and I'd have been able to do it all. So I'm going to have to fill this in. I think I'm going to have to fill this in with sand. Otherwise, it's likely to just mess everything up. So I'm going to fill that in with sand, but that does mean I'm going to have to remove a bit of sand from the other side first, because I've run out of sand. So I'll go and do that, fill that in, fill this in with leaves. We'll set this off running down there for the first time, and then when it comes... Oh, should I put the... No, it needs to run down there first. So if we set it running down there first and back again, and then I can put the little contraption in that's going to make it go down a level when I click it with my flint and steel. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we've got all the leaves in place on this end. We've got the leaves in place on the other end. We've got the furnaces. Look at that, I can do it now. Furnaces down there. Leaves either side of it. I'm going to set this running down there. It should clear all the top water, and then we'll go down the other end and put the return station in and get it sent back again. And then I can put in the mechanism at this end. So as I say, this will go all the way down now, clearing all the water. If I could have made it fully AFK, but that would have meant making these smaller, making the contraption bigger, more to go wrong. I am loving it now, though. Mojang have got rid of the ghost blocks. They annoyed the. Well, they just annoyed me. They annoyed everybody, if I'm being honest. So this has gone all the way down to the end. It stopped. Perfect. So now I need to set up some kind of repeater just here. So we're going to be using a budded piston. It's not a bugged piston. It's a budded piston. And a lot of people get that confused. Think I'm saying bug switch when it's actually bud switch. So if I put that there, that piston now is budded. So if I put a block next to it, that's going to bounce up and down like that. It detects a a block next to it. So it's a block update detector. So that's what that does. So now if I stick a solid block, a lump of stone just there, that'll send that back. Every time that comes down here now and goes next to that piston, it's going to force that up and down, which makes that block go up and down, which is going to activate that piston, that observer there, which is going to send this back the other way. Now I need some way of making that go down one level once it's been across and back again, and I can do that using some blocks, some slime. Jump, 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 jump. Like that. Put another block there, like that. Put that there. I can't. Can you not jump on slime? It's ridiculous. That there, like that. And then I can get rid of. Oh no, I need another one on top of it. Ah. Slime. This slime is just there for me to put a block against, and then I need a normal piston facing downwards. Did I throw that? Did I throw those away? Normal piston facing downwards, like that. What did I throw away? What did I drop? Don't know now. So now it's going to come down. That's going to come down to the end. It's going to reach the end, and that piston is going to bud and go up and back down again. And as it goes up, that sticky piston, that slime there will stick onto that piston and pull it down one block. And then that redstone block there will cause it to fire, which will push this down another level. Now it'll fire twice. It does it twice. It'll do it once when the observer block touches the piston, and then it'll do it again when the observer block leaves. Now fortunately, because of the push limit of that piston there, it won't force this contraption down one block while that contraption is here, which is just what we need. So now if I send this back down again, and we'll run down to the end and hopefully see it working, it should just send it back the same way on this level, but that contraption will go down one level is the plan. Obviously when I'm gonna have to rethink this, aren't I, because that slime is gonna get stuck. Oh, I've not thought this through at all. Yeah. So maybe I'm going to have to take all of this out and replace all of this with leaves. Dag nabbit. Okay, no biggie. I can do that. I've got plenty of leaves. Cool. Right, so now we've done that, and I've put that... Hello, mate. You don't want to be staying in there. You really don't. So I've put that down the end now, and I've lowered it down one. So that return there is now working. Is exactly what we need. So now I just need to stick in the mechanism at this end that is going to drop this mechanism down by one block every time it comes up here. So to do that, I need to stick a couple of... I don't like this jumping on... Don't like this jumping on slime. That there like that, that there like that, that there like that. I need a piston facing down underneath it. Can I do it? Oh, I can. Brilliant. So I need that like that, and then we need some observers. There and there. And we need the same on this side. Dagnabbit. Then I need to get up on top, and I need a sticky piston on top. Sticky piston. Then we're going to make another bud switch here. So we need that there, and we need one of those like that. Is that right so far? I think that's okay. And we're going to need to get up on top of it. We're going to need another one of those pistons facing downwards. Ah! Normal piston. This is going to be that's going to be the piston there that forces this down. They can be got rid of. So that bud piston there is going to be budded. It's going to force that block up, which is going to force that block down, which is going to force all of this contraption down one block. So that piston is then on the face of the slime there. And because all of this is moved down, this observer will detect the change in state, and it's going to pulse once. It's going to fire that piston, which is going to push all of that down one block. So I know you're following me. So I need to build exactly the same as that, just here. And by the magic of television. So I've done that now. We've got the two on either side. And now I need to get up on the top. I need to put somewhere for me to stand. If I were to stand... Did you see that? That was pretty cool, wasn't it? If I were to stand on that block there... If I were to stand here, then I can see I need to activate that block with a flint and steel first, because this side has to go down first. Then I'll activate this side, forcing this side down, which should then start the mechanism, and it should go all the way down to the end and then come back again. Okay. Brilliant. That went down one. This went down one. Off it goes. If this comes back again, I am laughing. It only is doing. That's brilliant. Now, I probably could have, if I'd have put my mind to it, I could probably have, as I say, make this completely AFK and had one of these down the other end as well, so it cleared water on its way back, but I didn't want it to be too complicated. I certainly didn't want to sit here for 3 days trying to figure out how to do it, because I'd have completely finished it by then, wouldn't I? So I don't know how many levels I've got to go down, but it shouldn't take too long. Brilliant. Activated that. It goes down one. Activate that. We go down one. We're off again. And there's no sand to clear up at the end of it. Now, the only problem being is that will only go down as far as the highest block. So I could, I suppose, go down there and flatten off the bottom, so there's only one level to do. I might even do that. I might do that. When I get a little bit further down, I'll do that, and then I can drain the very bottom out with sponges. So, despite the fact that I said I don't like flying machines to do this kind of work, it looks like flying machines are the way to go. So I'll see you back here in a second. Okay, so we've done this, and it didn't take very long at all. Each forward and back took just under a minute, and I don't know how far down we are now. We could probably work that one out, couldn't we? So if we're now at level 44, we started at about level 64, about sea level, so 20 minutes or so to get down to... It's probably a little bit longer, because I've been jumping about, and in here doing a bit of mining, flattening off the floor. Now the sea level, or the level of the water, came down to here, which means I've dug out under here. So this at the bottom, in theory, and I don't know how it works out with water source blocks above it, but in theory the bottom level is flowing water at the moment. It actually, you can see it is, because the blocks there, the entities, aren't rising, so the bottom might well be flowing water. If that's the case, when that comes down another level and runs over there, this should all get dry. This should all become dry, and I'll just have to sponge out the middle bit, which won't take me too long, and a little bit over there, hopefully, all things being equal. So if I bring this down another level now, like that, and then I'll have to bring this down, and I'll bring it down another level, then run into the middle so I don't get whacked. It's draining away, isn't it? I believe, which will be fantastic. So let's just get down here underneath it. Most of it, looks like there were a couple of source blocks left, but again, that's not going to cause me any trouble. But I can't lower that down any further, otherwise it's going to stick to this, which I knew would happen. Now I could, if I really wanted to, dig this out another level down and have the sweeper run another level over. Maybe we should do that. How many leaves have I got left? I've got enough leaves, so let's dig this out. I don't want it sticking to these blocks. Yeah, they come down far enough. Right, so if I dig this out, I should be able to dig it out quite quickly because I've got haste on my beacon. So I've done down here, but I've got to do the same up here. Obviously, I can't have it running over this gravel, so I'll do the same here. Like that, brilliant. And hopefully now I can still reach the mechanism. I'm a bit worried because I've not slept for a few days now. So I just know that any minute I'm going to get attacked by flying demons. Flying demons of death. I put a little platform above me at the top to stop them while I was while I was coming down, but no, I'm no longer there now, am I? Fabulous. So most of this is going to be easy to sponge out. It looks like most of it, like I thought, is going to drain away anyway. So it's time to run off and grab my sponges. So that's it, all done. The problem I have now, the only problem left for me to decide what to do with is that's great. That's perfect. I think flying machines are, like I said, I think they're the way to go. Even the non-completely AFK ones seem to do the job so much quicker. Less AFK, but I don't have them messing around at the end of it. I've still got all of that sand over there to clear. I've started clearing a little bit, but it is just hard work. So, yeah, grab yourself a flying machine if you want to drain the outside or even the inside of a temple. My problem is on this side here, because you can see, because I'll swim down and let you have a look. Down here, that's going to be right within the 20 block perimeter of the Guardian farm, is this. And it goes quite a long way down, quite a big ravine. Now, I don't know whether I should I Should I level it all off? Maybe I could level it all off so it's the same level as the floor inside the farm. And then put glass over it. So you can look through the glass. And maybe I should do that. Have glass under it. Maybe. My plan was, before I realised I'd got all of that down there, that big ravine, was to leave these as they are. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Was to leave those ruins down there as they are. So those ruins like that, they'd be like a art inside the temple, inside the perimeter. And it was the same with this shipwreck. I was going to leave it so it looked like a shipwreck inside the building. And there's another some more ruins around here somewhere that I was going to do the same with. So that was my plan, to give you something to look at on the inside. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I've just... Oh, no! Maybe I should do that. Whee! But obviously, before I do any of that, I need to tidy up what I've already done. If I'm going to do that, then it'll be another flying machine thing across there, which is going to be easy enough to do. Just like I did on this side, just dig down a few more blocks, and that will reveal the flowing water. And yeah, I think that would look great if it was just there, just inside, on the inside of the wall. Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm going to dig out all of that sand and get rid of all of the redstone stuff. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to bore you with that. What I'm going to do now is I need to make a trip over to the shop to spawn, because I'm on the lookout for some heads, and I understand that a couple of the alphas are selling heads. I still haven't managed to get Norb a villager head yet, although we have now got some more villagers cooked up and ready to go. So I'll pop back there as well. But I'll nip over to spawn with my few diamonds and see if we can get ourselves a sheep head and a bat head and a few other heads to finish off the Patron Pals Hall of Heroes. So I'll see you back over at spawn. Well, I've just got back from spawn, and to be honest, I spent about half an hour at spawn running about. There's so much to see now. That's an entire episode all by itself. But I got one dragon's head, but I had to go to Smurf space for that. So Smurf, I've yoinked one of your dragon heads. You'll have to let me know how much you want for it, or whether you want another one. We'll have to go on a bit of a jaunt around the end to get some more. Anyway, but I went to Jackson Wild Shop and I got myself a couple of banners, which I think look pretty cool. Proud Brit. Love it. So I got some of those. I've also managed to get a Guardian head, which I already had, for Vonton. So we're going to stick a Guardian head on Vonton. There you go, mate. Very cool. We also need... I couldn't get a bat head. Couldn't find a sheep's head. Couldn't find a cat head, which was a shame. But I have got a dragon's head for Sig. There you go, mate. Sig, Ollie wants a cat. I couldn't find it. Sorry, Ollie. I will get you a cat. Hopefully a ginger one. Couldn't find you one. And Norb, you'll be pleased to hear, I have butchered, and I do mean butchered, about 50 villagers. But I have finally got a villager head. I hope you're happy, because that's turned me into a proper criminal. That is, I'm a serial villager smasher, and I'm not proud of it. So there's that. Bumbles, you wanted blue, didn't you, Bumbles? You wanted blue and a charged creeper head. Well, I can do the charged creeper head. Here's a charged creeper head for you. My old china plate. It's fantastic. Charged creeper heads are actually easier to get than normal creeper heads, because you just have to set them on fire or get them struck by lightning. And you wanted blue, which I happen to have in here. If you want light blue, you'll have to let me know, or a combination, and I'll certainly go and make you some light blue armor. But for the time being, you've got dark blue. There you go, dark blue with a head. Lily May, I can't find you a sheep. Sorry, Lily. I will get you one. But this is looking amazing. Again, and I'm almost up to date. Almost got everybody's heads or hats sorted out. So apologies if I don't have your head or your hat just yet. I am working on it. But I'm afraid that'll have to wait for another episode because we've run out of time again today, everybody. So thank you for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.